What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Quote of the day: Don't feed the animals. Carlos B, aka King Los. Song of the day: Hustle and Motivate by Nipsey Hussle. So I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine who's really like a brother, and he was saying that this was like his new model. This was like his new slogan, and I asked him to elaborate on what that means. And this is why I love having this conversations with this guy, because every time we have conversations, we both take something different away with each from each other's perspective. Anyway, when I asked him to elaborate, he was saying it's like a warning. It's like you're gonna give me this motivation by oppressing me. You're gonna give me this food by telling me what I can't have. You're gonna give me this energy by showing that which I want. And don't feed the animals, because when you feed them, they get out of control. They turn into a feeding frenzy, as we were saying about sharks. It's almost like a battle cry, or like a victory slogan for him, something to motivate him and get him going. And I was like, that's interesting. I like that. And I told him I have a different perspective when I hear that. It triggered something else in me. And he said, well, elaborate, share with me. So when I heard don't feed the animals, I took it like a warning to myself. I took it like a warning to make sure you're not feeding the animal in yourself that you don't want to grow. It reminded me of a story that I heard a long time ago, that a Native American was talking about. There are two wolves inside of each person, and whichever wolf, both of these wolves are fighting for control, and they're constantly fighting each other. The wolf that's going to win is the one that you feed. And that's when it comes to who you hang around with, the goals that you want to accomplish, the food that you put in your body, the things that you study, the things that you listen to and watch. It's one of the reasons why I'm so selective of the people that I do spend my time with. I don't spend my time with a lot of people who harp on the negative. I don't mind venting. Everybody needs somebody who they can go to, who is 100% honest with them, who loves them and is willing to hear them vent so that they can move past their circumstance. I definitely don't mind brainstorming. I actually encourage it. You come to me like, hey, this is the problem, and I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z about it. And do you have anything else? And I'm like, yeah, why don't you try A, B, and C? Or why don't you try D, E, F? Or why don't you try A, I, K, L? Excuse me, I don't know my alphabet like that. But anyway, at the end of the day, I don't let people around me that constantly nag and are negative, because I start to feed that wolf, and it starts to bring the negative out of me. It starts to bring that animosity and that pessimist out of me when I want to remain positive. At the very least, I want to remain a realist, but I want to be positive. I'm the guy who's always going to be shooting for the moon, and if he misses, he'll land among the stars, versus somebody who's not even going to take the shot at all. But I wanted to share this quote with you guys: don't feed the animals, because of those two different connotations or definitions that me and Carlos had. One being a battle cry, one being motivation, one being, I told you guys not to try to keep me from what I want, and you tried to anyway, and I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna show you that I am a shark, that I am a lion, that I am an eagle, that I am gonna fly and soar above and get what I want. And the other one, as a warning to yourself, like, be careful what you're putting into your spirit. Be careful what you're putting into your intellectual realm, and definitely, most assuredly, be careful what you're doing to your physical body. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.